Hi guys, I'm Jordan from Norwich Camping and Leisure here, and we're going to do a fresh review on one of the new motorhome driveway awnings from Telta. This is the Core 260. So what you have here is the Core 260 is the main section of the body here, and then we have a bit different to what other brands do. They then have connection tunnels for different vehicles. So they have a connection tunnel for like a lower vehicle, then they have them for a camper van vehicle, and then they have them for a motorhome vehicle. So when we get around to the tunnel, I'll explain that. So what we have here is actually a mixture of materials. So we actually have on the body itself and the roof, we have the Teltex fabric, which is like a poly cotton, so it's more breathable, so it helps with condensation, so ideal for having on the roof, and also obviously a lot harder wearing. And then on the side panels, we have the 210 ripstock material. So what that means is obviously lighter, a bit lighter weight. So that's great because obviously with being a motorhome awning, you want to be able to put it in your motorhome. Obviously if you're packing up your motorhome, you don't want to be travelling with too much weight, so it just makes it a lot lighter for that side of things. So, you know, they've really thought of all the little ins and outs of a driveway awning, so this is packed full of features. So with the Core 260, it's 260s wide, then 250 deep, and then the tunnel is obviously a different depth again, depending on which tunnel you go for. It's got the little canopy built over the top of the front door here, which is a little nice feature, just to give you a bit of shelter over the front door. As you can see, we've got it dropped down, so we've opened the zips up, got it dropped down over an optional veranda bar here. The awning's 1-point inflation, so you've got tubes in the roof, which gives it a nice, they're like pre-angled tubes to allow the water to run off nicely. You've got a deflate valve just on the corner here, and then on this side is where you pump it up from. So you do 1-point inflation, so you undo that, pump it up, and the whole thing goes up together. You can then deflate from both of them valves, so then that allows all the air to come out of the awning when you're packing it up and rolling it up. So leave them open so all the air comes and squeezes out. On the side here, we've also got the optional sleeping annex, which is new for the 2025 season. So we'll show you that in a minute. But let's get round into, well actually first on this door here, I've got tinted windows on all the doors. But not only on that, on this front door here, you can actually roll the whole thing up and toggle it up just at the top here. So that then allows you to basically have it as like a big open canopy, so you can like walk in and out nicely. Or you can open the side door to the middle point here, so then you can use the front entrance either side, however you wish. Both panels on the side here, these both come out, so you can add the sleeping annex, or they do a taller, bigger annex, which is even bigger, which you can stand up in. They do one of those as well, so check out the optional extras on our website. Little side door here would be the same as on the other side. These have got mesh panels on, so you can leave the mesh open, close the mesh, so allow for plenty of airflow, especially if you're taking like your dog with you in the night or something like in there. Well, let's talk about tunnels. So we've actually got two awnings back to back here, so ignore this one that's behind me. So this tunnel here basically fits a motorhome. So the motorhomes tunnels, they go from 240, 270, 300. Basically, as you can see, there's a zip built into the tunnel here. So you can open that up, and that allows the tunnel to go up higher again, so depending on the height of your motorhome. So it's great that they can fit so many. But what they've also thought of is that motorhomes have a door like opens like that, so the tunnel depth on a motorhome one is 90 centimeters deep. But then camper vans has always been a struggle, where they have the big sliding door, which is quite popular now. But because it's sliding, it needs to be wider than 260. So they do a camper van tunnel which does the 240, 273 meters sort of heights, but it's 50 centimeters depth, but it's actually 3 meters wide. So what it will happen is it comes from the awning and it will come out a bit more, rather than like narrow as the 260. So that allows you to open the door hopefully completely all the way open. And then obviously they do the smaller tunnel which goes 180 to 210, which is probably going to come downwards towards a sort of VW camper van Ford custom sort of height, and there. So when you buy this awning, you've got 3 tunnels to choose from. Obviously you need help on those, just give us a call. As we go in the awning now, lovely big spacious awning. What's nice about this 260 is on a lot of other 260 models of like caravan awnings and stuff, as this is motorhomes, they usually have a tube that comes down here, so it breaks up like it was 2 panels. It's nice that there's no tube here. You've got nice big strong sturdy tubes, so you've got a big like open view, which is really nice. And even with the tube and the roof here, it's pre-angled, so it gives it a bit more shape, so it allows the water to run off nicely. They've got rid of all the sleeves, so it's a nice clean slick look. You can hang lights on these tabs here. You've also got the tubes between them, so you can turn the valves off if you do ever find a problem with a tube, so you can isolate each beam individually as well. Our sleeping annex here comes with the inner tent, so you could put a double airbed in there. This is an optional extra, if not you would just have a side panel on like we've just walked through. You can close it off completely. It's got ventilation in the back. I think that's under £300, so that's, you know, it's quite a nice little convenient bedroom to even like put your bikes or paddle boards or something like that, just to keep your awning for living and that for your storage, or if you're having friends stay, you can have that. As we go to the back of the awning now, so if you were to drive away from your awning, you'd obviously roll your tunnel up, and then this in theory is the back of your awning, so you want to be able to close this off. So what they've got here is they've got this massive panel which you can then open up completely. So basically I'd be stepping into my tunnel from my motorhome, and then you've got your awning. But what's quite clever there is you can open up either side, so depending on where your door is, it's usually at the front of your vehicle, so you'd probably have this bit open. What they've also done quite nice is they've actually had a few tabs put in here just to allow you to sort of take the slack up on this door, so it's not like sagging in the middle here. You can actually roll it, like put it all the way back, just to keep it nice and neat and tidy. And then in the tunnel area, it's quite nice when you can open that right up. In the tunnel area, you've got there's a few different straps along the top here and the top and down the side here to take up all the bit of slack, so you can keep this tight to your motorhome. It's also got a few little suckers, little holes in there for some suction cups, if you want to keep that like tight against your van as well. Don't necessarily need it. I mean, this is a sort of a wet area as such, because it's just a tunnel. That's obviously the dry area where you can close it off completely. But obviously, if you want to make this area as nice and tight as possible, peg that as far under your vehicle as possible, so then you've got it like so it goes right against your vehicle. As for connecting it, you can connect it obviously to your rail wind out awning. We've got big straps on there, you can throw it over your vehicles, or it can just go in like into your awning rail, and the whatever connection or awning rail you have on your vehicle. So this is the Core 260. It does come with curtains as well actually. They just come onto a track on here. Oh yeah, there's curtains here. So there's nice cotton material on those. They do carpets for this area. Like I said, we've got annexes, lights, the veranda bar, that just goes in there, just clips onto the side of the tube here. Quite nice to drop your window over. But yeah, loads of optional extras, 3 different tunnel heights. If you've got any more questions, want to see some more photos, check out our website for more details or give us a call. Thanks for watching this video.